Hi folks, and welcome back to another Travels of Red Rover. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Corinne.
And where are we today, Corinne?
Well, that's an interesting question. We are southeast of Phoenix. We're in a state park in Arizona, and we haven't decided how it's pronounced. What do you think?
So I call it Pikachu, like the little creature in the Japanese toys.
I think that's not so right. I call it Pikachu as well, but I think it's Picacho State Park. Oh, Picacho Peak State Park. The peak is over behind us.
Right over that way.
Yeah.
And why we're here is because of these guys right over here, the Saguaro Cactus. So there is a national park just south of us that has lovely representation of the cactus, but they're often quite difficult to shoot in there just because of the way the geography is. Pikachu, as I like to call it, has them a little bit more spread out and makes it a little easier to photograph, although we got some challenges tonight. We got very cloudy skies in that direction, which is actually giving us some nice pre-sunset soft light. We've been out actually shooting in that beautiful light, and it's very, very windy. Windy enough that it could actually blow the cameras over. So it's a bit of a challenge.
So we're working on some pre-sunset pictures and hoping to find a very picturesque saguaro cactus that'll be our subject. And we're just scouting about in this little area here.
Yeah, so we have a couple days here, and tonight is mostly a night for searching out good representative cactus and sort of finding our way around a little bit. We'll be back tomorrow night either to here or another area that we might discover during the daytime tomorrow.
If it doesn't rain.
If it doesn't rain. It's a very good chance it might rain. Tonight might be the night. So we want to take full advantage of it.
This cactus has been quite a good representation that we like. Over to the right is the mountain peak, but we're getting just a nice little bit of hillside over here, and I'm standing on the west side of the cactus, so it's nicely lit by the sun that's at a low angle right now. It's a little early yet for sunset, so we thought we'd turn and face this way and get some well-lit cacti in our pictures. So we're just scouting out, and this looks like a good candidate for tonight.
So this cactus is pretty well lit, and what's nice is the rocks up behind it are also well lit, and it makes a very nice single specimen with some green on one side and some light on the rocks behind it. So it's really quite a beautiful shot. Right now it's a little bit more side lit than anything else, and kind of like that look. The plant is twisted just a touch such that the two lower arms are actually a little more lit than the upper arm. Just a little trick on focusing on the cactus is that they have a row of needles that come out the side, and I like to use that as my focal point. It gives me a nice sharp look at the cactus, and especially if you focus in such that you can see the individual quills. Here's the type of shot that I like a great deal, where we have the two single cactus with no arms highlighting the cactus in the middle with multiple arms. The key with this shot is that you can't let either of the two outside cactus intersect with the inside cactus. You have to keep the shot sort of away from that, or away from the intersection.
Well, a little earlier we had some nice clouds that were high in the sky streaking over our subject cactus. Most of those have dissipated. That often is the case out here in the desert, that as the air temperature cools, a lot of the clouds will evaporate and disappear. Unfortunately, we still have a bit of a smudge of a cloud down on the western horizon, and it seems to have snuffed out most of our sunlight. Getting a little bit of yellow glow just on the edge of that cloud, but it's not reflecting up very high. We have a few more minutes till actual sunset, so we'll hang in there and see if we get some better color.
Corinne and I are both back working on the one that we started with tonight. It's a really gorgeous specimen. It's got lots of arms. The only issue I have is that the arm that comes out towards us gets hidden a little bit by the main stalk, but it's not too bad. Right now we're just catching it with the sun going down behind it. The sun is very filtered by clouds, so it kind of gives a interesting color and pattern to the sky behind the cactus. It's quite pretty. Pretty straightforward shot. There's nothing particularly special about it. And the only thing that we're both sort of doing is we're both shooting it using a portrait orientation, because really the only thing that's of interest is the cactus and the sky behind it. And Corinne just reminded me to mention that these are all silhouettes. So focusing on getting those really prickly needles in focus is really important, because it really adds a dimension to the photograph. Hi folks, welcome back to day 2.
Yes, we're still here at Picacho Peak State Park in Arizona, and it's been a wet and windy day.
Oh my God, it has been hammering down with rain, and the wind has just been a-howling. So it gave us a little break here, and we're going to try to do a little photography tonight. Where I'm looking over to my left there's just a little tiny bit of a sun break there, and some beautiful rays coming down, but it's going to be a tough night. It's pretty cloudy out here. There are some breaks in the sky, but the sun looks like it might just snuff out behind some big clouds here.
We're going to give it a try, see if we can capture anything, and hopefully we don't get rain on us.
Yeah, well, we actually have this big shelter right beside us, and we brought the truck tonight, Red Rover, with us, so if it gets nasty, we got a place to retreat to.
So out behind me to the southwest, there's some clearing happening, which is great. We might get a little bit of sunset, although the clouds are pretty heavy along the horizon and more clear just above us. So clear skies above and clouds on the horizon might not make for the best conditions. The difficulty I've been having finding a composition is that the saguaro trees are not isolated by themselves. Most of them are in amongst very large tree bushes. I think they're smoke trees or Palo Verde trees or something, and they're just kind of wispy and distract from the view. So we're doing the best we can, but I don't like exactly how these cactus are laid out. This here is one of the nicer shaped cactus. Good arms coming out. The arms are a little high up relative to the bottom of the cactus, but you can see here the plants that are growing right next to it, and if we wanted to get a good sunset, we're either working over to this side and trying to eliminate that smoke tree, and we get the arms not quite so distinct, or we go over here where the arms are distinct and the tree is in the way. So that's been the challenge, is setting up a composition in this particular area.
We've lucked out with some pretty nice light tonight. Not really what we kind of expected, but with the breaks in the cloud, it's given us sort of these beautiful light beams that come through the clouds and then light up areas. And it's a case of grabbing your camera and running over to a spot where you can line up some nice Saguaro cactus in order to get them highlighted by the light, or at least backlit by the light. It's been a lot of fun actually tonight, even though the conditions would normally just, keep us at home. So at least we're being rewarded with some interesting and a little bit different shots than we would normally get. Well, the clouds and the light is sure keeping us busy tonight. When I first got here, I sort of set up 4 different locations that I can shoot from, and each one has a sort of a different direction. And I have literally been cycling from one to the other as the light and the clouds open up and the lights come through and create new lit areas. And it's been fun, but it's been really busy. We sure hope you enjoyed the video tonight.
If you did, please give us a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to keep track of us, please subscribe.
We love to have you join us regularly. If you want to know when new videos are released, hit that notification button down below.
And as always, we love hearing from you, so don't hesitate to leave us a comment, a thought, an idea. It helps us out because it makes the channel more interesting to YouTube, but also we just love hearing from you.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Bye for now.
Good night and bye for now.